Now, from a geo versus SEO perspective,
Yeah.
can you speak to the point where legacy frameworks for SEO aren't sufficient anymore? And I think that's what the reason Brandy AI exists is because SEO it's not sufficient anymore. You need something to deal with the new tech that they're out there or they're upcoming. Uh,
Mhm.
so why aren't we satisfied anymore with the SEO? Is it noise?
No, no, it's not noise. It's just that the way that people talk to search engine was like keyword driven. So the search algorithms were built around keywords, not user intent, right? So you might have put, best mouse of 2026, for like, okay, what mouse? Where now usually the intent would be more focused around, I have carpal tunnel, what mice or mouses I don't know if it's like one of those mices or mouses, kind of deer, whatever. But let's talk about pens instead. Pens,
That's
no,
right. That's right. Yeah.
yeah. So I have carpal tunnel, and I have carpal tunnel, and I like to write when I'm in bed or on the couch under the covers. So I need it to write at an angle, and I have carpal tunnel, right? So it's more intent based search than it is best pen, right? So that is a different algorithm. And so if you're optimizing your website, or the content that you put out, it's not only on your website. Like if you're doing syndicated content of some kind, or you're looking to position yourself effectively around certain brand pillars, like, okay, I believe the perfect pen is a pen that is made out of sustainable materials. It writes upside down. It is good for, it doesn't hurt your wrist or doesn't give you calluses on your fingers, right? It automatically refills its ink well, something like that. Like how I define a pen, I would then need to optimize around the user intent, around the definition of what a pen is, so that I can position my company effectively and come back as a recommended pen.
So is this the type of problem Brandy AI solves?
Yeah. Yeah. So what we do is it kind of starts with identifying what are the most likely prompts that people are searching for. And as marketers, sometimes we can get into these assumption loops where you assume you know what people care about with a pen or a mouse. And so is really, and I've been down that road so many times in my career of that kind of assumption loop in like either product marketing or messaging and positioning. And so it was so important for us that when we built the product to build out a way that you could bracket out as much of your bias as possible so that it can confirm what you know, what you think you know about your market, about your competitors, about what people care about about pens, and then but it can also surface new opportunities. So you might not have thought of a persona that you're selling to, and Brandy can identify that, and you can help monitor, and then you can monitor with that. So we kind of start there with what are the most likely questions that are driven by emotional triggers and things like that. And all of that is a very deep intelligence layer. And then we monitor it. And then we help them figure out what type of content and what type of programs, whether they're through earned media or syndicated content or through content optimization on their own website and technical structure, what they need to do to improve their performance so they can reach customers in that buyer journey.